For some reason, people like investing into those assets once they are exploding, when they're the highest price possible, when in reality, you should be buying it when it's the cheapest price possible. For some reason, right now, everyone's going to tell you to stay away from silver, avoid it at all costs. It's in the red, it's falling apart. If the price was exploding and you had to pay a lot more per ounce, they would be saying enter that market. Investing 101, folks. Buy low, sell high. Don't buy high, hope it goes higher. I understand why people do feel so comfortable buying it once the price is going up, because they can visually see that, hey, silver is in the green. Everyone's talking about it, the YouTube videos, the news outlets. You have confidence, you have the faith. But true silver stackers don't need faith. We don't need to see that it can go up. We know it will. We know it can, and take advantage of these lower prices. Right now would be a perfect time to enter, not exit. I bet there's more people selling right now than buying out of fear that it's going to keep going downwards, especially if you look at this 1 week chart. It's looking like there's no bottom in sight. Now, will there be a bottom? Yes, but for some reason, people catastrophize that it's just going to go down to like $15, and right now I better exit right now, or I'm gonna lose all my money. But I do get it. That's emotionally attached to these markets. It's also just being inexperienced. Once you've been a silver stacker for a couple of years, this is literally nothing to you, right? You just look at this and say, oh, cool, I'll buy a little bit of silver this week since it's down a little bit. That's all. It doesn't affect you any more than just that thought process right there. Some people, though, if you're newer, it might be a little different. I understand. But I'm here to tell you, you're cool. Take advantage of these cheap prices. Now let's jump into it. Now, we're going to see a lot of this roller coaster ride type of silver happening, and I found an article from fxstreet.com titled Silver Price Analysis. Silver pulls back under $26 from the 1 month highs, remained underpinned for now. So there's that psychological $26 level, and it actually looked like it was going to keep going a lot higher, and I'm sure a lot of people kind of got confused or thrown way out of left field because all of a sudden it drops to this degree. But I mean, it did go into overbought territory. We're talking about, $25.30 all the way up to $26 within a day or two. Even though it's only 70 cents for something like precious metals, that still is a pretty hefty rally, and it does need to correct, right? It's called a sell-off because people took profits off the top. It even says it right here, right? After hitting its highest level in more than a month, profit taking is seen. Spot silver prices pull back into the $25.80 level. And this was actually written on the 18th, so yesterday for this video, which is recorded on the 19th, but it will be the 20th when it comes out to you. But, it has dropped quite a bit since then. Now it's down to $25.11. If it breaks below $25, which at the time of this video coming out, it might have, more than likely, we're probably going to see a lot of downfall. And that's just simply because for some reason, like I said in the intro, when silver breaks below something like the support line, what it's trying to stay above, and resistance, what it's trying to break above, when it breaks above below that support line at $25, for some reason, just the psychological aspect of seeing it in $24.99, even like when you price something, instead of saying 25, say $24.99, because they see the 24. If they see $24 in something, even if it's 99 cents, it just looks worse than saying $25.03. So a lot of people are even right then going to feel a little shaky, and you're going to see a lot of weak hands, and you're going to see the people buy the tops and sell the dips, when it's supposed to be buy the dips and sell the tops. So anyways, prices pull back into the $25.80, eroding the day's gains only about 20 cents. It is down a lot more since yesterday, which was on the 18th, which is just so crazy that, it's that much lower, just within the day of writing this article. But anyways, it looks like the higher U.S. yields raise the opportunity cost of holding non-yielding assets like silver, hence the typically negative correlation. Meanwhile, a strong U.S. dollar makes USD-denominated commodities more expensive to the holders of international currency. Hence, the typically negative correlation between the price of silver and the dollar. But in recent weeks, this correlation has been notably weaker than usual given elevated geopolitical inflation concerns. And what they're saying is this: silver and the dollar index complete polar opposites. When the dollar index is high, silver's low, vice versa. But for some reason, we've seen silver go up with the dollar more and silver go down with the dollar more. Usually that doesn't happen. And I've been seeing it more and more recently, but they're even saying right here it's because of all the elevated geopolitical risk. There's so many things pushing and pulling silver besides just the dollar index. So anyways, and those concerns were key factors in the driving the market's mood on Monday. Even though trading volumes were low, due to market closures in Europe and some Asia Pacific countries, precious metals saw decent gains as the fighting in Ukraine intensified and prospects for a peace deal further receded. Now, this has helped ignite further upside in global energy markets, and given the expectation that strict Western sanctions on Russia aren't going away anytime soon, demand for inflation protection remains strong. This will remain a key theme in the week in the precious metals markets, even if Federal Chairman Jerome Powell is hawkish in his remarks on Thursday, and this does ignite further upside in the US dollar and US yield. Many silver bulls will be confident that silver price will soon take the $26 level and march on toward the recent highs near 27. Now, I do think that will happen as well, but like I was talking with my co-host on the Silver Stacking podcast, which I highly recommend you subscribe to that. We're actually doing a crazy podcast on Friday. Stay tuned. Links in the description. But I was talking to him, and we're just kind of saying. I asked him where he thinks the price is going, but really, ultimately, it just depends on what's going to happen next week or even in a couple of days from now, whether the peace talks, start to come forth again, or what, there's so many things going on. And it really just is all this puzzle piece, and silver just kind of goes along with the ride. Now, will silver detach from that puzzle piece and do what it does regardless of those other things? Yes, someday. But right now, it's still too intertwined with these other things. And when I say detached, I mean because of silver scarcity, the silver shortage. That's what's going to detach silver's price, in my opinion, just because of the massive amount of silver we need in the industrial sector and even in the investing sector. Remember, the U.S. Mint sold 5 million ounces the first month of January this year. So we're going to need a lot of silver, but there's not much of it. It's why the premiums are so high. That, in I say 2025, 2026, is when silver's really going to take on a life of its own. People are going to notice how critical it is and how big of a problem this is. So anyways, what do you think about all this? Do you think silver's going to break above that $26 level before it breaks below the $25 level? What do you think and why? The whys are always so important, right? I could say $100 silver in 3 months, but if I don't give a reason why I think that, I'm not really saying much. So always try to give context with your responses and be respectful. I always appreciate you guys tuning in and liking the videos and commenting and sharing. It helps a lot. I just picked the 2 winners from my 54,000 subscriber silver giveaway. Super fun. Some cool prizes we're giving out. Always stick around. I like to do a lot of audience engaging stuff. I want to bring back a lot of polls. I mean, there's a lot of different questions I want to ask you. And just kind of get a pulse on the community, whether it's, are you planning on selling in 5 years or selling in 30 years, or how long you've been stacking, or what types of silver do you stack? All those types of questions are extremely important to me, because then I can kind of understand where the market is or the community is headed towards, and I can talk about those points even more. So anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up here. If you thought this video was 1, educational, 2, informational, 3, at least entertaining, make sure to hit the like button. I try to post daily videos. I'm going to try to start posting 2 a day. One probably around noonish and the other one around 6ish. So Eastern Standard. So stay tuned. I'm going to try to start doing that more. We are also going to be doing the podcast every Friday, but we also post a segment from the podcast Monday through Friday if you weren't able to catch the full thing. So stay tuned. A lot of fun stuff happening. I have some other side projects happening as well. We have the bullionmax.com/silverslayer deal. Here, I can go to it right now, where you can get a 5-ounce starter kit. Now, this is 5 ounces of silver, but it's not just 5 ounces. We're talking about a Type 2 Eagle, $40, $45, $50. We're talking about the 2022 Britannias, the new security feature. We're talking about the 2022 Kangaroos. I mean, you're getting some good silver here, but still at below employee pricing. you're not going to be able to buy all these 5 coins anywhere else for as cheap as this deal is, but it's only one per household for that same reason. So take advantage of it. Also, remember, it's free shipping on orders over $199. This offer isn't that much, obviously. And if it was, do not buy any deal that would be charging $199 for those 5 coins. But so make sure you buy an ounce or 2 extra just to be eligible for the free shipping as well. So yeah, I'm going to wrap this video up here. Stay tuned. Let me know what you think in the comments below. This was Silver Slayer. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.